Hi, welcome back to my channel edtech. Today I'll be teaching you all about CSS padding. Okay, so open up your code pen. I have my HTML file ready here. This is just the basic HTML body structure, the body, the H1, and there are 3 paragraphs with different ID. This is for the reason of doing different paddings on different paragraph and then teaching the lesson on various properties of CSS padding. The first paragraph I've given an ID of para 1 and second para 2 and third para 3 accordingly. Okay, so we go over to the CSS. Okay, so since you have an ID para 1, etc. So whenever there's an ID on the HTML element, we are supposed to use the hash, the hashtag for the hash symbol for writing the code for CSS as already mentioned. So para 1, the curly braces. Okay, so padding. We already learned about the margin in the last lesson, but I'll explain that again. The difference between the padding and the margin. Okay, so here as you can see, this space all around this paragraph. This was the margin that we learned in the last tutorial. The left margin, the top margin, the right margin, and the bottom margin. So the overall 70 px on all the sides. Okay, the padding we can, you will understand when I do the border. Okay, let's give it a width. Okay, as you can see, the color of the font is white, the background color is brown, which we've already learned in the background lesson. Then the entire width is 395. Then you have a border of thickness 20 px, color black. Okay, so again, what you see here, so the space outside this box, this was the margin. Let's say you increase it to 90. So you can see the space increasing. Then you have the padding. This is 20. So this is the padding, the top padding. This is inside the content, the top padding, the right, the bottom, and the left. Let's increase the padding so that you get a better understanding. So you see the padding inside the content area, this increases. This is inside the border. This is the border, this is the margin, and this is the padding which is surrounding the content. So that's the difference. Margin was outside the content. The padding is inside the content area, as you can see. Okay, next. So I hope you have a basic idea of the difference now by the visuals. Then we go over to the next one to see more things. For the second paragraph, let's do some CSS. Let's set the width as 700 px. We saw this is the second one. here. So the background color is green, the font is white, and then the width. So this entire width of this is 700 px, and the padding is 15. So this is 15, this top is 15, here is 15, and the bottom is 15. So what happens is, let's say you increase the padding, so the width is also increasing. Let's stick to 15. So the padding is influencing the width, as you can see. Let's do something else in paragraph 3. Let's say the width is the same. To see another effect, okay, so here only the colors are changing, the width is remaining the same, padding is remaining the same. So up to now it's both the same. So I just add something here, which is box sizing. So the moment I do this syntax here for with this paragraph, box sizing is border box. So the moment I do this, what happens is the width is no longer affected by the padding. So for example, you can check here. As you can see, the width doesn't increase. The padding increases, but the width doesn't increase. Whereas in the previous one, when the padding increases, the width was increasing in this. But the moment I add box sizing border box, it doesn't matter. So if you want the width to remain the same, all you do without being affected by padding, all you have to do is box sizing border box, then it won't matter. Okay, next we go to H1, or maybe we go here. Okay, let's do for H1. Okay, let's say padding top. Okay, so it has a border 1 px, thickness solid red. So we give it a padding of 10 px. Let's say the top increase. So you can see the top padding is increasing. Okay, let's give, so we show how to do individual padding on different sides. Padding right, which is a clockwise order we need to do. $30px. Let's say it's less, 1px. Okay, then we do okay, there you go, it's increased. The bottom padding is much more than the top. I mean, this is just for example's sake. Left, let's say 50px. Okay, you could even have 70px. so that so as you can see, the more the padding here, this shifts to the center. So in order to shift it, you can even make it 90 px for example, or maybe make it 95, something like this. And the padding right, let's say it's okay. Now what you do is, this is how we individually say. So it's in the clockwise order: padding top, padding right, padding bottom, padding left. What if you want to use a shorthand? So you can just avoid all this and just straight away write the same values. You can just quote here the top 25. So 20 px, top right is 5 px, bottom 40 px, left is 95 px, and then remove the previous individual values. There you go. So this is the shorthand property for padding. This is just similar to the margin. All the same rules apply here. It's just that this is padding, which is a space inside the content area, and the margin was outside. That's the only difference. But the rest of the rules apply here also. So this is a clockwise order. Then what if you want to do padding only with 3 values? So let's remove this again. Okay, let's say I have 3 values. Okay, so what does this mean? 25 px. So the top padding is 25 px, 55 clockwise, so right. After the top is the right in the clockwise direction. So 55 px stands for right, and the left are both 55 px. Then you have 75 px, which is the bottom. Okay, let's say you have 2 values. So this means 25 px, 25. So top and bottom 25, right and left you have 55 px. Here you cannot see because there's not much of content here, that's why I cannot see. But had you seen it in the paragraph, okay, let me show you the same example in the paragraph so you'll realize it better. Let's go to para 1. Okay, so instead of padding 80 px, let's say 80 px, 25 px, and 45 px, 3 values. So this means the top is 80 px, the right and the left is 25, and the bottom is 45, which is much lesser than the top, as you can see. Okay, let's say we use here 2 values. Okay, so this means 80 px for the top, 80 px for the bottom, 25 px for the right, 25 px for the left. Let's say we just use 80 px. So you can see the visual changing. So 80 for the top, 80 px for the right, 80 px for the bottom, 80 px for the left. So this is how the shorthand property goes, means. Okay. So this is quite simple, the padding, and I hope you've understood the difference between the padding and the margins also. And if you need to ask any more questions regarding this, any more doubts, you can always ask me in the comment section. I'll be too glad to answer and explain. And in the meantime, don't forget to subscribe for more such lessons. I'll be doing more advanced lessons in future or in the forthcoming weeks. And for those who are already staying subscribed, a big thanks to you guys. Until then, you can practice a lot. I'll be also including the link to my CodePen file. Okay, see you in the next session, the next week. Thank you. Bye.